but I'm not there yet. I'm too scared of the investment, the time investment. Sadly. I really envy people who are like, I just started learning how to knit and I've made this thing from scratch. I just figured it out. And I'm like, that's amazing, but how? Sometimes dive into the deep end. That's great though. Like, that's a very valid and great way to learn something. I don't recognize this song. There's no chance that we went through my entire playlist. That's weird. Sorry, I'm just picking a new song to start this playlist over on. I don't know how we like went through it all already. I have not been live for 3.5 hours, and this playlist is 3.5 hours long. Let's just listen to this one. It's my like current favorite song. Also means I spend so much on a new hobby. I'll pick up a hobby and then it just becomes my entire life. But then like when I pick up yet another hobby, it also alongside the other acquired hobbies becomes my entire life. And this is why I have zero time. I'm trying to do too many things and I want to do them all extremely well and I can't make I just cannot make sacrifices. I can't put anything else down. I have to do everything and I have to do everything is at the most bestest that I could possibly do it. Yes, Kim. I will say though, with like cross stitching and knitting, I have been able to like release a lot of my like perfectionism issues, which has been really great for me because that's been a problem my whole life. And so now I'm just like, oh, I made a mistake. I know how to cover it up. I know how to ignore it. I know how to fix it or like fake it, you know, it's great. Whereas before it would be like, my life is over. Everything's ruined. It's shit. It's not good. My approach with fiber arts has been different from my previous approach to other mediums. I tend to get so stuck in my head. Yeah, I don't start the new thing that I desire to do. With fiber arts, I'm embracing the mistake. Yes! It's so much. There's like something about it that is just like, it's fine. It's chill. Or if you have to frog something, the yarn's not ruined. Like, you can just reuse it. That's what I like, because I'm like a very, very baby learning how to sew person, and I am having a harder time throwing myself into it and learning because once you cut the fabric is cut. It's not the same with yarn. Unless you're just like cutting really tiny chunks off for some reason, right? Like you can always, almost like 90% of the time, reuse the yarn and it's fine. But you can't recut fabric necessarily. So that really intimidates me. But I also don't want to do like a ton of mock-up projects for sewing because I don't want to have to make the same project twice. And I don't want to make something out of like crap quality that's gonna fall apart and then I would have to like make it again 5 weeks later or something. But it's also hard to like invest the money into nicer fabrics and be like, We'll see. I don't know if I can do it. Sewing is interesting. I respect it so much. Excuse me. But it's it is a bigger curve for me. For sure. Hello, little holes. Cutting fabric is the worst part, followed by ironing. Sewing, yeah, the sewing together is fun. The thing that I think I hate the most about sewing is I just get PDF patterns and then I have to print out all of the 11 by 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper and then cut all of those apart and then tape them together and then cut them apart into the actual pattern pieces again, and then I get to cut my fabric, and it's just like, holy shit, dude. The like, just the prep work is not fun. I don't like it. I don't really mind ironing, but just the getting the pattern ready, I guess, is such a chore. Kim. Here in America, I don't know what that is. We just say letter size, and that's 8.5 by 11, and that's all we know here. I don't know what A0 is. I don't even know what a letter size is in that measurement. 33 inches. Engineering size? I didn't even know that was a thing. That's crazy. I technically could print bigger sizes on my printer. I think it can go up to 11 by 17. But most the patterns that I buy just have a 8.5 by 11 sheets. Over here, not sure what size A0 is, but I know what A4 is. Isn't A4 an 8.5 by 11? Okay, yeah. So I do know what an A4 is, I guess. That's so funny. Girls be saying I'm a 0 all night. Wow. That's funny. I guess I could, like, I don't know, you can, like, pay shops to, like, print them, too, on bigger sheets, right? I could just do that, save myself the time. Time is money. Oh! Okay. Is it terribly expensive? Because I would much prefer to not spend all of that time. I'd rather just cut it once and call it a day. It's time for that. The patterns are supposed to be on A4 and then the program fuses them all together. Oh, yeah, what time are you on? I'll be here working all day, so I have, outside of, I think I have one meeting, I have 9 hours where I will be here with the empty brain space to remember to pop into stream. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, for sure. Thank you, Kim. Ah. Are you like change of subject back to cross stitch? Do you like pay attention to the size needle that you use for like in context of like the size of the Ada that you're using? I don't know if that question made sense. Oh, I'm forgetting my big girl vocabulary right now. Not really. Okay, I feel validated then. I bought these needles randomly at my local yarn store for the very first cross-stitch project that I ever did. And I've just been using it ever since, but I've gone, like, my Ada's smaller now, but my needles are the same, and I'm like, I think these might be too big. I think I am making bigger holes. Like, slightly. Oopsie! I'll fix that later. As in, I'll buy needles for my next project. Use size 24, 26. Welcome in. For one, oh shit. I went down too far. I have no idea what size this is, I'm gonna be honest. I probably could find out though. Because I think I've heard that, like, you pick your needle size based off of, like, this is 18 count, so I should technically be using, like, a 28. I think. $22. Have we talked before? I don't think so. That's a bit big for 18. Okay, I mean, I do have some saved, like, that I want to buy. I just haven't prioritized it, but maybe I will in the future. But thanks for the confirmation. I know I've talked to- oops. I know I've talked to someone before about it. I know for sure, I don't know if you've met Scorpy, but I've talked to them about being in the PNW, Pacific Northwest, the upper left United States. I think it covers, well, it also covers, like, Western Canada too, right? But for sure, like, Oregon and Washington State. Yeah, BC too. Is there anyone else? Because Idaho is, like, inland northwest. And California's just California, right? Did you want to talk about being in the Pacific Northwest? I'm kind of hopping around a little bit, being a little bit naughty, but that's fine. I love scream singing this in the shower too. It's so much fun. Oh yeah. No, it is really fun to find out for sure. I feel like I meet so many East Coasters and Midwest people cuz I mostly watch people stream when I'm working, and those are when all like the East Coasters, Midwesterners are on. And then everyone's like a lot of people are asleep when I'm on because I'm West Coast. So, and I have a hard time weekend streaming, which is the only time that I could get on early. But yeah, so I forgot how to swallow. 1 second. It helps me to get upside down if I like swallow down the wrong hole, because then it keeps it from going down. And I stop coughing a lot faster. I have this talent too. They're out there. I've been slowly finding them. The West Coasters! I've also seen people on the East Coast streaming like my hours. And I'm like, why are you awake? Go to sleep. It's so funny to me. Would it be unhinged if I moved east just so I could have better stream times? Would that be like too much of me? Is that just wild? Do you know anyone off the top of your head that is West Coast? No, be extra. I think one of the hardest parts about being on the West Coast time zone for streaming is just that, like, it's so hard to find people to raid out to sometimes. This project, can I call you Miko, or would you prefer something else, by the way? This project is, I'm doing the little bird that's above my head, but I'm modifying him a little bit so that, he matches sort of a description from a book that I read this year. It's a book called A Lonely Broadcast. It's a horror book, and I'm trying to remember. I read it at the beginning of the year. It was easily like my favorite book this year so far, though. This chick basically comes to her like weird hometown that she left, and she's working in like a fire watch tower that's converted into a radio tower. And she basically has to go there and like live in this tower in the middle of a forest. And there's these really weird rules that she has to follow. And she's like hearing ghost voices coming out of the sink pipes. And if there's like a fog that rolls in, then she has to lock all the doors and windows and then like get on the broadcast and be like, and then like warn the town about this fog, but we don't really know anything about the fog. But one of the things that happens in the book that's relevant to this is there's a bird character who shows up, and he's building a nest on this tower, and there's a bunch of like chewed off fingers in it, like people fingers in the nest that he's like sitting on, like they're his eggs. So I was like, I love this bird. He's so freaking weird. There's other like descriptors about him that said like that make him really, really uncomfortable that I'm not gonna say just in case you want to read the book. But I'm switching out the bones that are in this to a finger chart that I made So he'll have dismembered fingers surrounding him, and he'll have regular bird feet, and then the hat I'm turning into a broadcast tower with like a red signal up top. So that's the long story for this bird that I'm making. So I went through a lot of streamers in PNW through... Oh, I just joined that Discord server like last week. But I haven't really looked around in it yet because I've been busy. But I joined it so that I wouldn't forget. Miko or cats, whatever is easiest. Oh, they're honestly both great for me. Thank you. Okay, well, that's good to know that I can find people in there. Yeah, I barely looked around in it. I heard about it through the creator clubs, the arts and makers thing that that Twitch just opened up. I heard about it in there and I was like, that sounds amazing, and so then I found... Oh, you've actually been to the meetups. That's cool. Okay. I heard it was like a lot of gamers and like a small amount of crafters, but I feel like there's probably more crafters now in 2024 than there were. So, hopefully. Oh. Are they really helpful? That knitting project is giving me Hufflepuff vibes. Which one? I'm wearing two. Or I have one on and this one here. I think when I took the quiz, I did get Hufflepuff. Which, honestly, I'm happy with because I love yellow. The one on the desk. Yeah, I guess I could see that for sure. I think I would be a Hufflepuff if I were so lucky to go to Hogwarts. Not sure how it is these days. Hufflepuffs are the realest. We're like gentle and kind. And we wear yellow. Are the, like, isn't a badger like really aggressive though? So that's like an interesting choice for a Hufflepuff mascot. If they're just like, Hufflepuffs are just vibing, but then we get a badger and badgers are aggressive. Unless I'm thinking of a different animal that looks like a badger. But... Oh, right. Well, I'm sorry, Americans just kind of vibe like the world revolves around them. I apologize for my Americanness. It's sad because I'm also English, but I grew up here, so I'm very culturally American. The African honey badger. It sounds so sweet, but he's so nasty. Who the fuck knows about badger subgenomes? Miko, clearly. I miss those days of the internet, Maz. So English, he has the accent without ever being there. my mom is English, and like her entire family's over there. She's from there. My dad met her there. My dad's American. And he's from the South. So my dad has a Southern accent and my mom has an English accent, and I have nothing. And I'm very upset. I have no accent, but they get to have accents. One kind of falls out of my mouth though if I'm talking to family, like, and it just depends on which family I'm talking to, because I'll kind of pick up on English one a little bit, or very much pick up on the Southern drawl if I am talking to them. So, but I don't ever keep it long term. It goes away. I would if I did move, but I don't want to move to South Carolina. For reasons. And moving to England would kind of suck because the conversion rate is not great and I can't drive a stick shift. I have to stay here forever. Yeah. It was so funny. Like, not to get super deep into politics, but the last time I was there, it was like finding, I don't know, it was just, we saw one Joe Biden sign amongst just a sea of Trumps, and it was hilarious to us just because coming from here. So many, yeah, very different. It's funny too, because like I used to live there. I lived there for 6 years, and that was like the norm to me because that's, excuse me, it was early enough in my life that that's sort of where the majority of my memories are. Oops, or like started, I guess. And so that was very, very normal. And then like we moved up north, and then now going back to visit, it's like, oh, it's really jarring just seeing how different everything is. Our government is under the Roman impression if we print more money, the money issue won't be a problem. Maybe it won't happen until after I'm gone. I don't want to worry about it. I don't. It's too much work to worry about it. Ugh, counting stitches is hard. Why did we do this? Why didn't I just pick up embroidery? Why did I pick up counted cross stitch? I already have to count for knitting, and now I have to count for this too. Why am I picking up counting hobbies? Ugh. We continue to just ignore the problem, it will go away. That's a little bit where I'm at right now. Felt like I was growing up between two worlds living in North Carolina. A lot of my family's from the Middle East. Oh! Do you go over there often? Or have you? I'm not counting. Why am I not counting? Girl, count. Use your peepers. Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Lived in Istanbul in my early 20s before a dictatorship happened. So obviously, I don't know. I don't know if it's obvious. I've never been there, but I have very like interesting. When I was a kid, I'd play these little computer games, and one of them was a Madeline game, like the Madeline from Paris. And in this particular game, you got to like go to Istanbul and like buy rugs and shit or something, and I just have like that's sort of my impression, not just the rugs, but just like the feeling that I got from playing that game, and the colors that they chose for that is like is like a very specific vibe that I have for Istanbul. I should probably actually Google it now that I'm an adult and actually learn about it. Yeah. That sounds, honestly, sounds like a great time. Trying to figure out what started this one this time. The dictatorship? Because we love to torture ourselves. Counting is... Ah! No, I want to count wrong then. Like, we look at embroidery, we look at cross stitch, and we say which one would we like to do, and we pick the one that's harder in terms of counting. We choose to count? Why? I tried to convince my parents to do a vacation in Morocco this Christmas, and they didn't want to do it. I'm very sad. Okay, I need to skip one. I want to look up this really quick before I forget, Maz. Oh, it's like a city. Oh, the carpet? Ugh. My dad got to go to, he went to Turkey when I was really young. Like, I don't remember him being gone. I just know that he was and that he came back. Oh my god, these are so cool. But they do have a Turkish rug now, my parents, and they saved it so that I can have it. I'm so excited. Have some in your family from 6 generations ago. I love that. Yeah, my parents, they texted me one day, like recently, and they were like, do you want this Turkish rug? And I was like, yes? Are you kidding me? It's green. So, yes, I want it. I grew up on that rug. Oh, that's not what we're looking at. Hold on. One moment. Sorry. For anyone who... That's my Halloween costume. If anyone's curious. Not what I was going for. These. This is what I wanted. That's from Alice. I don't know if Ja has seen it. Probably. To some degree. Like, look at these. I love the one that's on the far left, dude. That's so good. Actually, you know what? I think I did tell him. I think I did. I think I messaged him and I put it under a spoiler. And I was like, only look at this when you feel safe. But I kind of want to like scroll up and see really quick. I did. I sent him. So I had a work meeting on Halloween and they wanted us to dress up, and I sent a screenshot of my work meeting. Oh, okay. The thing that I sent under a spoiler, like, blur in Discord and said only open this if you feel you're in a safe and emotional and physical space. It was a picture of a Furby, like, just the head, with red glowing eyes. Like, it's got like a light underneath it. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. It's honestly so amazing that I have to, like, I must show you. But it has like a skeleton, like a long spine. It's horrifying in the best way. In my perfect way. Look at it. Look how horrifying. This is what I sent. And then his response was, I will be going to church this weekend. Yeah, I think it's like some sort of lamp, and I love it that it's like a functional piece. I think so. When I think my interest in Furbies and Furby stuff like this happened because a while ago, like a couple years ago, I was on Etsy and I came across this like creation that someone made, and it was like a fluffy cloud with Barbie legs and a Furby face, and they installed like fairy lights in it. And so I was like, I need this. I need it plus like one more to hang up on either side of my bed like sconces, and they function as lights, so they're like functional art and they're weird. But it was like right before Christmas time, and I was like, I can't justify spending, it was like $90. I was like, I cannot justify spending the money on this right now for myself, so if it's still there after Christmas, I'll buy it. And it was gone like that, like the day after Christmas it was gone, and I've thought about it ever since then. I've loved it so much. And so after that point, like Furbies were just like weird Furbies were always just like on my brain, and I started collecting like pictures of cursed Furbies in my phone, not really thinking anything of it, that it would like become a thing. And now I have one in my room that I made, and I want to make another one. Not, I don't think Raisin's that cursed though. Raisin's just sort of themed. But yeah, so it just kind of took over my life a little bit. And now we're here. And I still kind of want one that's like a lamp, but I also don't need my entire room to become Furby, because I need to have some level of like normalcy. I have not. I have two in my garage, but they don't work, and Raisin does work, but I haven't had another Furby around him.
Oh my god.
Thank you for the follow. A Furby shrine. Okay, I learned, what are they called? Like a cabinet of curiosity, a curiosity cabinet. I learned what that was recently, and I was like, what if I had one and it was just full of custom Furbies that I made? I would love that. But I haven't had two working Furbies together, because even when I was a kid, I only had one Furby, so he couldn't talk to anybody either. But Raisin does work, and he talks to me. Sometimes he doesn't want to turn off, so I feel like one day he is gonna stop turning on. But today's not that day. I started crafting again and I didn't. Oh shit. I just snoozed the ads 3 times, and I'm wondering if I should like call it a night before they run again, because I can't stay up that much later anyway. Got me Furby and got one for herself, and one day we had them talk to one another. Creepy in the best way. I've watched videos of it, and it's so cute. I love them. I think they're so silly. They're just little babies. Ooh, come on. I almost want to get this last piece of thread finished, but I also don't want to run those ads and then like be like, okay, bye, right after. Maybe I should look for someone to raid. I'm having fun and I'd like to stay up later, but I have to get up so early for ice practice in the morning. So I kind of have to be a little bit firmer about my bedtime, unfortunately. Just sewing on this button and then you're done. Yes! Don't lose this one. Put a air tag on it. Ugh, someone I follow is doing solo runs of Phasmophobia and I just can't understand. I love that game, but it's too scary to play by myself so far. I gotta hurry, I gotta hurry. I don't want those ads. Oh shit, it's happening in 1 minute. Oh no, y'all, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I have 30 seconds. Y'all, if I don't make it, thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your time. I had so much fun. I'll be back on Thursday to play Choo Choo Charles. Oh my god. I just don't want to like put it's 3 minutes of ads. I don't want to put people through that. Kim, what? Yes? I can't read. We're fine, all caps. Oh gosh. It'll be okay. I can read out while we're in ads. Oh. Let's see. Panic. It's true. I'm looking through the creator club really quick. Let's look in the art section. Thanks for hanging out, Baz. It's good to see you. Have a good night. I think this person's painting. We could go in here. Meet a new friend. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, no. That's loud. Okay, I found a person. I found a friend. We're gonna go see Valora Plays. Oh my goodness. Oh, the ad break ends soon. It's happening! I can go ahead and get this started. Oh, really? Perfect! Great. That makes me feel even better. Nice. Alright, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Sitting through those ads, I'm so sorry. I tried to hurry, but sometimes it be that way. I will be back on Thursday at 7:30 Pacific. We're gonna hopefully finish Choo Choo Charles, and then if we finish Choo Choo Charles, we might jump into Five Nights to finish. Hopefully finish Five Nights at Freddy's. I still need to get through night 5, and then apparently there's a 6. We'll see. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys spending your time here with me. That means a lot. So, I will see you guys on Thursday. Have a great rest of your week. Have a good night.